update on the heated cab and just where I'm at with my side-by-side right now. I've got my diesel heater mounted on this little box thing. I have it so the battery will sit here, and then this is all going to be closed in. Just gotta go get some plywood. I'll close this box in, then all my gear can go in there. The room underneath the heater, and it's a mess back there because I've been hauling wood and still pieces for my shack and whatnot. But yeah, that'll all be paneled in, and then so I have my outlet from my diesel heater, and then it's gonna go through the back window with a board I got here. It'll go through the back window there with this board. I got little weather seals on there to seal it because there's the two plastic pieces for the sliding window. And then this is just the diesel heater outlet. So I'll have the factory Can-Am heater plus a diesel heater. The diesel heater will mostly be for heating this box, but it'll also heat the cab a little bit too. So yeah, my gear will stay dry and out of the snow that way. I got my air inlet through there. Before I just had this plexiglass piece up in the window there, and was just running it straight to the diesel heater in the box. So just changing that up a bit, make it look a little nicer. I'll put the box on, I'll paint it and get a video of all that. Little mishap with my door. Just pulling the side-by-side to go ice fishing, and all this tape here is cracks on the plastic where the door blew open and the wind broke the window. It's a Lexan window. So gotta probably remake that, or what I might end up doing is taking some thinner plywood and making a surround and then putting a little bit of a thicker Lexan on there. But for now, it's gonna be just taped till I can decide what I want to do. And then for the inside, so I insulated with, I don't know what this stuff's called, but I actually got it from my grandpa. He got a truck fender shipped in it, and he was throwing it out, and I seen it there, so I asked what he was doing with it. He was just throwing it out, so use this. I taped it here with Gorilla Tape, so it won't come off. And then cut here where the seat sits, so that way the seat kind of holds it on. There's two things here where the seat sit as well. They're just little round nipples to hold the seat there. And then taped along the side here. Middle seat, I notched this out, notched those out. This one I cut and just put there. This one I just cut the two things, pulled the pins out, and then slid it on. That works better. For the driver's seat, I took these, there's one bolt there, one at the back, same thing, both sides. So I took those out, they're 1/2 inch, and then the driver's seat pops right out, and it's the same thing, just taped, hard to see, taped on the back, taped on the side, and the driver's seat you can tape on the bottom because there's enough room. So, yeah, I got that all in there and taped up. I'll see what kind of difference it makes for heat. And I'm going to do a video. I don't know if that'll be in this video or if it'll be the next video, but I'm going to do a diesel heater compared to the factory Can-Am heater. And I'll do floor temperature and then probably dash temperature. The diesel heater is nice because it keeps the top warm. The factory Can-Am heater is nice because it keeps the bottom half warm. So I'll do a comparison what each temperature is and kind of get some numbers on that. That way, if you guys are debating which way to go, I can maybe help you out with trying to decide. One nice thing about this too, the passenger seat, is it kind of snugs up the seat a little bit. I don't know if they all rattle, but mine used to rattle a bit. Here's the pins that you just tap the seat, push it in, slides in over the bar, and then you're good to go. So, and then to put the insulation in, I just put the seat belt over the door because the seat belt sits kind of in there. It's supposed to fall back in there, and then it's out of the way, and then that goes there. Yeah, overall it was pretty easy. I took maybe 10 minutes doing it. So, and it was my first time. I never watched a video or anything about it. Pretty easy to figure out. But yeah, I'll get everything together and make the comparison video. I drove 1 mile down the road at roughly 20 miles per hour, and I'll get the 2 temps. I'm gonna do dash temp, floor temp. I'll get those quick before it starts to change. So dash temp is 14.2 and floor temp is about 12. About 12.4 and 11.6, so about 12 degrees. So it's about 2 degree difference from the dash to the floor. That's with the factory heater. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the factory heater. I'm gonna go for a little ride so it cools down. And then I'm gonna turn the diesel heater on, go a half a mile with the diesel heater on high, and see what the temp is then. And then we'll compare the two. I got the machine inside down to minus 15 after turning the heater off for a while. Dash is about minus 10. It's reading minus 14. So I just fired up the diesel heater. I'm going to let it run for a minute so it can warm up to its temp. Same thing I did with the heater. I ran the machine for about 10 minutes, let the heater warm up. I had it in the shop, so the machine was already warm. So I let it warm up for 10 minutes, got the heater till it was blowing warm, about as warm as it would get. And then now I turn the diesel heater on, I'll let it warm up. I'll go another half mile at 20 miles per hour, give or take, and then I will get the temperature there. So dash temp is about 18.5, floor temp. Floor temp's about, it's bouncing between 15 and 19, probably somewhere closer to that 14, 15. The closer you get to the door, obviously the colder it gets. This is the middle where it's kind of blowing, so by the door, like 10, drop it pretty quick, but 10 higher up on the dash. By the door, about 14, about 10 driver's side door, and on the floor by the driver's side. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn both heaters on and see how warm I can get it. After running both heaters for a while, I've got plus 24 on the dash and plus 23, plus 24 on the floor. So about plus 25 on the dash and on the floor, which is pretty good. I'm gonna take it for a little ride and then see what it does. Here's after going for a little ride. About 25 to 27, it's jumping around. That's on the floor, and then on the dash, be at around 27 as well on the dash. So that's
That's pretty dang warm. It's almost summer temperatures. This is degrees Celsius, by the way, in case anyone's wondering. We live in Canada, so we don't use Fahrenheit. So yeah, overall, it gets pretty warm in here. Pretty happy with it. So I'm going to build the box on the back, and I'll have nice warm gear and a nice warm cab. Also, if you're wondering why my voice sounds weird, I got a bit of a sore throat. I think I'm starting to get a cold. It's the winter season, Christmas time, so picked up a Christmas cold. Yeah, anyway, I'll catch you on the next one.